Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play with Vaka 7201 key, which is Clan Wars River Tank, and it's very similar with a Panzer 7, right? It just has bigger guns, so you can do bigger trades, and you have gazillion of the penetration. To be exact, 350 with heat, which is absolutely amazing. Tank, from my point of view, is rated 5 stars. I really like this tank, I really enjoy this tank. Marking this vehicle is disgusting, honestly, just because how high expectations are. It looks like community is on the similar page as I am, 4.4 rating, so this is breaking the level to go to the epic rating as well, right? Keep this in mind, you can vote for a tank, just simply log in via our gaming API and you can see the community ratings in this way. We have 205,000 votes from different 20,000 accounts, which is absolutely crazy, so that pretty much means one account gave 10 votes for specific vehicles. Absolutely crazy. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for getting involved into our project and helping for me and for community as well, right? Because certain tanks, we have very different understandings about certain tanks, which is completely fine. Anyways, looking into all of this, let's talk the gun. 750 alpha damage. I think this tank is made to spam the hits. Honestly speaking, that's what I think. Heat is the right way to do the things. 750 alpha damage, 246 millimeters of penetration, 700 shell velocity, which is very slow. If you are shooting gold, it's even slower shell velocity, only 600, but you have that glorious 350 millimeters of the penetration, which is absolutely amazing. Also, one more thing just to highlight. If you do not know how to penetrate one or another tank, on the index page you can find absolutely everything and you can see how the tank models are looking like. You can find the 3D models of the camos and whatnot. You can find absolutely everything, fellas. Hopefully that will help to improve in the game as well. Okay, what we are going to do, we are going to make pressure like this. I think this is the proper way for us to get involved, and this is proper way to do the things. For example, Badger may think that he has some armor, but in reality Badger has no armor whatsoever, right? Object may think he has armor, not against the 350 hits. 350 hits are absolutely phenomenal and they are just glorious. You cannot do anything against that, right? We are paying attention what is happening here and we want to keep punishing enemies that are overpeaking and that are making some silly goose decisions and silly goose ideas. For example, Rhino, how are you doing this fine day? This alpha damage adds up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you that much. This alpha damage is very, 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 very solid. And in my humble opinion, this is one of the most important selling points, right? Badger, I don't care about the Badger. Come here. 350 in the face any day, any time. He's not even a threat for us. He's nothing, right? And even if we are doing the trades, right? Even if we are taking one for the team from the Badger, who cares when we can just simply slap him like there is no tomorrow? We are making that armor to feel definitely silly, right? And by doing the smart trades like so, you can definitely elevate this tank even into the better stage than this tank actually is, right? Meanwhile, TVP is sitting over there. We do not really care. We are waiting for our shot. We are slapping him 760 in the face. And this is why this tank, in my opinion, is better than E100 or better than the bloody Panzer overall, right? It just simply, this penetration is just crazy, honestly speaking. This penetration is straight up crazy, fellas. And when you have penetration like this, you are just unstoppable mother trucker, right? You have no fear. You are just that much better as a tank, right? You are just that much better as a tank. And now you may think, Skill, you are in trouble. And yes, I am in trouble to a certain extent, but I have no fear. I am feeling completely fine. I am feeling alright. We are trying to eliminate the 50B. Unfortunately, we failed doing so. TVP is in the ass. Hopefully, our Starva can eliminate the guy before we are going to get slapped. I very much hope so, but we'll see. Time will show absolutely everything. We are hitting one more shot to the Leopard, which is very, very good, and we are dead, but that's completely fine. I was like a bloody last standing mammoth over there, okay? I was like the last standing mammoth. The mother truckers were chasing me with the spears and everything, and yet still we slapped plenty of them. Beautiful game. 4.6 thousand damage, 2.4 thousand assisting damage. Come on, there is no tears in our eyes. We did well. And we are back, fellas. It took quite some time, not gonna lie. Okay, 4.6 thousand damage, 2.4 thousand assisting damage. We are first by experience. We are second by the damage. We got 59,000 profits as well, although those profits are coming back from completing the mission. If not the mission, there is no profits to be made. Oh, yopter, right? Pay attention at matchmaking, fellas. Oh, Steps Assault. Actually, we could start with a standard ammunition. It's not the thing which I would recommend to do with the VK7201K. I think the gold spam should go left, right, and center at night, but for entertaining purposes, we are going to go with the couple APs, because why the heck not? We are top tier. We are like a mammoth once again, fellas. We are feeling great, we are feeling alright, and we are ready to slap the enemies. What we are going to do, we are going to defend the heavy side. And looking into all of this, I don't really think that we have so many enemy forces over there. Meanwhile, T-54 is a bit confused. Greetings, comrade. Don't be confused. Everything is okay. Very nice. Depending how many forces we are going to meet in this side, it very much depends how good our game will be. Because I think the main battle is going to be here, but going with a super heavy into this side, in my humble opinion, is just simply no bueno. I definitely do not recommend to do that, and it is just simply a hell no. Not a good call, fellas. Definitely not a good call. But other than that, we are chilling and we are feeling very, 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 very well. We should be able to meet the 60TP eventually. He will go per like this, and probably he's going to play over there or over there. Doesn't really matter. The most important thing for us is to take this corner here, and hopefully from this corner we can slap someone who is playing in this area, right? That's the plan, that's the hope, and that is the dream. Before 60TP will peak, I would love to see who is living over there. And we have a Mr. Oh, and we have one Mr. 51 Honda. Beautiful, very, very nice. I'm feeling pretty happy about that. As you can see, Hori thinks that he knows what he is doing, and this is going to be absolutely amazing. Look at this poor Hori. I have armor, I have armor. I will show you armor, my man. Oh, I will show you armor. That's okay. We are retreating a bit, not a big deal, and now we can penetrate him straight into the face without bigger problems whatsoever. Or actually, maybe more like so? Maybe? Yeah, we can do that. Good. As you can see, we are not side-scrapping with this tank, we are just trying to make a proper angle in a bit different way, and we are all right. Meanwhile, 60TP may be spamming full gold. Maybe spamming full gold, it doesn't really change absolutely anything for us, and let's try to get closer, and maybe Mr. Hori is still sitting in the same place. Obviously he does. Unfortunately, I did not hit where I was aiming to, but that's not a big deal. We are still feeling very, very well. Good luck digging us out of this position here. It is not going to be an easy task for pretty much anyone. Is it Hori or is it 60TP? It is irrelevant. Once again, gun doesn't treat us well, it goes straight into the frontal mantlet and we cannot penetrate that, but once again, fellas, we have all time in the world of tanks and we are going to be just fine. We can clearly see that this Mr. Hori is shitting his pants. He is very, very well aware of that he needs to relocate from here, and we are going to say hello for Mr. Jack Tiger. How are you doing, Mr. Jack Tiger? That's okay. Luckily, the Hori doesn't hit the shot, that's fine. and all we are doing here, we are just being annoying for the enemy forces, right? That's all we need to do. Obviously, we know that Hori will try to pick the same area and the same position. It is kind of irrelevant, to be fair with you. Beautiful pick. How are you doing? Enjoying yourself? That's great. He's aiming for the lower plate. That pretty much means he cannot penetrate us. And as you can see, this tank is a powerhouse, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This vehicle is straight up powerhouse, boys. Very, very, very strong tank. Not much what enemies could do for us apart crying in the corner and apart complaining. I am pretending that I am not really looking at him that much, and obviously eventually he's going to peak. We are just paying attention at this side. Now we are stunned. It doesn't really change absolutely anything. We are okay. We are fine. All we need to do, we need to make sure that we can slap the enemies when the time will come, right? Nothing too crazy. Mr. 60TP, how are you doing? Oh, no one said that you cannot side scrap. Oh, unfortunate. I just fired. Hori knows what he is doing, fellas. This guy is really sneaky mother trucker. Oh, he's stock, I just noticed that. Unless he low roll it to humongous extent, which also could be possibility. He is going up once again. That's okay. We are going for no aim shot. Unfortunately, we are missing it. It's okay. That's to be expected. This tank, when we are talking about the gun accuracy, this tank is far away from being ideal, fellas. This tank is far away from being ideal. Meanwhile, 60TP, we definitely can and we definitely will eliminate him now. And we are feeling great. Now, we know that Fava Trashburn never been spotted. Oh, Trashburn is spotted here. That gives us a lot more freedom to play the game. Unfortunately, we are missing another shot, but that's irrelevant, and now we are just simply making a hardcore pressure for this Hori. I honestly do not really care about this gentleman. All we need to do, we need to make pressure and we need to humble him a bit, right? I understand that enemies may have some sniper schnitzels, and indeed they do. Unfortunately, the gun handling is the problem, as usual. Not a big surprise. We are okay. And now we are just making some more pressure, right? Once again, this is a very good play by the Mr. Hori. I do not really mind. I'm going for a shot for a Panther because Hori cannot escape, and we are feeling very good here. It is irrelevant what this Panther is going to do at the moment. We are okay. Doesn't really matter that Arta is hitting us. It is irrelevant. We are peeking again. We are going for a snapshot. Unfortunately, we are missing our shot because once again, this gun handling can troll you quite a bit, especially whenever you are not aiming fully, but once again, it is kind of irrelevant. Now, we are going to go up. We are going to make sure that this gentleman will be eliminated. And all we need to do, we need to make pressure like this. I know that I could definitely go back for a base defense, but I do not seem that fit, if you know what I mean. I just simply don't think that it is the best idea, right? We are just simply making a hardcore pressure through the open field. As you can see, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this tank is definitely a powerhouse. This tank is able to do a lot of bad things for the enemies. I truly think that this vehicle definitely deserves epic rating. In fact, I'm going to load high explosives at this point. 750 shell velocity, we should be okay, and I want to find the enemy Fava here for obvious reasons. I just simply want to humble this Fava, fellas. That's all we want to do. Meanwhile, Borat is running for his life. Unfortunately for him, he cannot escape. Pay attention to the blocking damage as well. This tank is so much better than Panzer 7. It is not even funny, fellas. This is so much better than Panzer 7. It is like a bloody day and night, at least in my humble opinion. Absolutely glorious tank. For beginners, I would say, well, beginners, let's say for average player, right, this tank is probably one of the best choices where Clan Wars goes, right? It's just how it goes, fellas. This tank has a lot of things to offer, especially if you love super heavy tank. This tank is bread and butter, fellas. It is bread and butter. Okay. All we need to do now, we just need to go through the open field and we are going to be okay. Absolutely glorious tank, fellas. Absolutely glorious vehicle, truly. I remember marking session for me with this tank was definitely disgusting. I marked it pre-buffed version as well, right? In other words, this version got buffed some time ago. But nowadays, it's even harder to mark this tank than it was before. And the main reason why, so even though the tank is stronger, we need to keep in mind that expectation values of the tank are significantly higher as well, right? So we need to keep this in mind. We are okay, we are just going through the open field, we are pretending that we are unstoppable, and we are getting a victory in the bag. What a beautiful tank this is, fellas. What a beautiful tank this is. Yeah, crazy. And lately I played with a Panzer 7 as well, right? The difference with a Panzer 7 is obviously gun, and this tank has tiny touch better armor, if I remember this correctly. But this alpha damage is just making a difference. It is just making a difference, fellas. Meanwhile, we got ourselves solid ace, we got ourselves steel wall, a high caliber, 5 kills, 6.4 thousand damage, 2.1 thousand assisting damage. Absolutely glorious. And we made some profits, although most of the profits, actually all of the profits, are coming from completing the mission. If not the mission, the situation would be different. And fellas, we finished our session with a solid 2 games. I highlighted everything what I really wanted to highlight about this tank. We highlighted that the gun isn't that great, right? You can miss shots, especially whenever you are not aiming, but overall, it is a powerhouse. Our session, 5.5 thousand damage, 2.3 thousand assisting damage. Absolutely glorious tank, amazing vehicle, and it's just simply a pleasure to play with this vehicle, truly. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you, and see you very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.